Paul to see for yourself the sights of the early Christian church. This is Alistair Begg inviting you to join me this fall on the footsteps of the Apostles' Mediterranean cruise. Together we'll encounter the sights of the early church like never before, with wonderful stops in Rome, Naples, Jerusalem, Athens, and more.
It's an unforgettable 15 days on 2 continents, sailing on one of the newest cruise ships, the beautiful Silhouette.
And we'll experience the magnificent Sistine Chapel, the historic Western Wall in Jerusalem, the beautiful Greek island of Santorini, and much more in luxurious accommodations over the pristine waters of the Mediterranean.
Get more information at WFIAFM.com and click on the Footsteps of the Apostles banner.
We all know that Kentucky Kingdom has thrilling rides, like Storm Chaser, the park's 5th roller coaster. But what's equally thrilling is the price of a season pass, only $59.95, just $10 more than a one-day ticket. And that's before benefits like free parking, $1 drinks, and other discounts. Buy online at KentuckyKingdom.com or your local Kroger store. But hurry, offer ends soon. And remember, a season pass pays for itself in just one visit. Enjoy the rest of the summer free.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Ooh, who's the most anxious? The kids going off to college or the parents sending them away? We're going to talk to Aaron Berriman. Focus on the Family. Aaron, thank you for just stopping in, because this is kind of a sideline for you. You know, I mean, this is not your forte at Focus on the Family, as we've talked about, but you are certainly a mom who has now a second daughter just graduated from high school. So you've been through this.
I have been through this, getting ready for round 2.
Well, you think you're more prepared having gone through it the first time?
I think I'm a little bit more educated, but, you know, my kids are so different in personality, so it does need to be tailored to who they are and where they're going to school. My first daughter went to Texas, and she is at a Christian college. My second daughter is going to be moving to New York City in August. And so she'll be attending a different type of school for acting, and so it'll be a little bit different, but the emotions are still the same. And
maybe a little scarier city, too. You know, like really, seriously, those are two extremes when you think about that.
Two extremes, absolutely.
Well, and, you know, I know that some of the things that accompany your kids going off to college are the same, and that is, you know, some material things, but I want to talk about a little bit of the emotional things right now.
Okay.
It probably feels a little bit the same. You know, it's going to be a big silence in your home. You know, at least one voice. I don't know how many kids you have.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 children.
All right. So
the one that's left at home is a son, who tends to be a little bit quieter than my girls.
Of course. Well, you know, girls come with drama, so that's just kind of the way it is.
And we've already started preparing our son for the amount of parental attention he'll be receiving since his other 2 sisters are out of the house.
I'm not sure if that's good or not.
He doesn't get to blame them for anything. It will be him who we will come to if something is wrong.
Yeah.
But
well, I know
there's a little bit of emotion in it.
Sure there is. You know, I mean, you're excited for them, but, you know, so you have this angst, you know, this anxiousness for them, but also, you know, there's a little bit of melancholy associated with it too, because the control is gone.
It is. It's true. And if we're honest about parenting, the goal is always empty nest, because that means that we have raised our children well. Hopefully they are Christ followers. We've introduced them to the love of Jesus, and they're able to follow him, that they're well adjusted, and they're going to become contributing members of society. So going away to college is just that big first step in this process of them being raised up and moving out.
Sure.
But with that, you know, going away to college is a big deal, but it also means leaving the security of the home.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have experienced with both girls is more anxiousness, a little bit more moodiness. You know, some
on
of
whose
that.
part, yours or theirs?
Well, on both sides. I do try to temper mine. But, you know, just being mindful of the fact that when I see frustration or I see anger flare up over simple questions about, you know, moving, and we need to be buying these things, and, you know, what do you want for your dorm room? And there's just this conflicting emotion going on in them about being a grown-up, right, them wanting to be independent, and then leaving home and leaving friends, not just leaving our family, but they're leaving the friends who got them through high school. And, everybody going in different directions, and they're just not quite sure what that's going to look like.
That's kind of a big deal to our kids, isn't it? Because, this severing of these relationships, when you think about it, especially these kids who have been, maybe they've gone with, through all of the period of the elementary grades, the intermediate, and then even high school with the same faces. Right. And, that's when, the rubber meets the road, is when everybody graduates and they're all going their separate ways, because not every kid will go to the same school. Right.
And so one of the challenges for my husband and I, as we parented these two girls and getting ready to send another one off this fall, is trying to find the balance between scheduling family time, which is so important, whether it's a hike or a family dinner or, a mini vacation, go explore something around your area that you live in, but also really being mindful and allow that time with friends.
Sure.
Because my inclination as a parent is to tuck them in because they're going to be leaving. Right. But I have to allow time and respect their friendships as well. Sure. And so just trying to find that balance.
Well.
And so what we have found that works really well is we'll sit down at the beginning of a week and just talk through. We'd like to have everybody over for dinner this night, and we try to invite their friends over so we get the best of both worlds. We get our children at home and their friends enjoying the fire pit in our backyard or whatnot. But just, okay, these are the nights that I would like you to be here, or a Saturday morning hike, or just some time to go shopping. And then when do you need time with your friends? What's going on in their lives? What's going on with you? And just really having that conversation just keeps frustrations low, and that way they know that we've got their best interest at heart.
Sure. And, as you said, striking that balance is really important. But a lot of parents, now you sound as though you have that kind of respect coming from your children, that, they're going to respect the fact that, you are trying to keep that balance and maintain it. But a lot of kids are going to rebel against any kind of attempt that their parents would make. And usually typically this is the mom that's going to be doing this. Sometimes, the dads will step in and do some of these things. But, trying to create that family time, might meet with some rebellion. Now, so what advice would you give to parents? Let them have their time, or just, kind of, I guess, just kidnap it?
Well, and I think the key is just really open communication. I've let our kids know we love you, we want to spend time with you, but we also know that we're raising you up to leave. And so we want to respect that time. And if I remember my friends being more important to me in this season. I remember being frustrated at home, and because those people are always going to be there. I think that's what they think.
That's what we think.
I can call my mom anytime.
Sure.
But, I'm not going to be able to talk to my girlfriends and see my boyfriend or hang out with the girls and the guys that I love. And so you have to have that conversation, but at the end of the day, they're going to make their choice.
And I know
we get to pray through that.
Sure. I know that, that time is really important, but I loved your idea. And this is how, of course, we did it in our home too, was incorporating their friends in some of the times, but, and making those, because memory makers are going to be really huge for them right now. These are things there, and they're a part of them is really trying to hold on to this final time that they have with these people that they've had relationships with. And sometimes it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And, of course, many of us parents would say, but you're going to meet so many more people. And we'd like to encourage them not to hang on to this boyfriend or girlfriend here. But, it is important to make those memories, but to bring it home, and then maybe mom and dad sit out around the campfire and then walk away and leave, so that they'll have that special time. And that's certainly something that they could entertain as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think it's really important for parents to remember not to minimize the relationships they have now. Of course, when I stepped out of high school and went to college and then came back, within a very few short years, I thought the things of high school were silly.
I know.
And so as adults, of course, we have a perspective that these 17 and 18-year-olds don't have. And so we try to let them know, you know what, you're not even going to be friends with these girls in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't spend all your time with them. But they just can't see that. So just be mindful of, you know, their perspective, and then be able to walk them through it.
Mm-hmm.
They will step onto a college campus, and they will feel different. They'll have a whole new host of emotions
mm-hmm.
and experiences that you get to help walk them through. I think parents need to realize when they move out of the house and into the dorm room, they're not moving out of your life. I text my daughter who's in Texas. I think I either talk with her or text her at least twice a day. She just wants to bring me in, or I'll just check in with her and, hey, how are you doing? And so when they move to the dorm room, mm-hmm. the host of homesickness that's going to come up and questions about how they handle a professor, they're going to be coming back for questions.
Right.
So if they want to spend time with friends this summer, just know that there will be a time mm-hmm. In the very short future in the fall
that you'll
where
be
they're coming back for your wisdom and your advice.
Erin, can you